singer was singing in the bass clef, so the busy part was actually higher. So one thing you might even want to try with Mr. Shepard sometime, take that right hand, or maybe all of it, and raise it an octave or two.
Okay.
I mean, this is how busy it can get. But I've taken it out of the range of where the voice is. All of a sudden, it's like it's whole other animal.
What about playing, instead of singing and actually playing the melody?
What do you mean?
On like an instrument?
Yeah, a loud, like a trombone.
I think it would have been
something that's got some real volume,
okay.
And then that would work. When I was in the DC area, I got a job arranging songs. This big choral group had written these songs as a big album. This is like a classical, semi-classical choral group. But different members had written songs, and they were going to make this album to raise money. So they hired me to do the arrangements. And one of the songs, I had some, I don't know what it was, but I had some chords going on down here. And I was, don't remember exactly what it was doing, but it was something like there was this thing going on over and over and over again like that. But I decided it was too muddy, so I put it up here. So it was kind of. But being at the time, this was before computers, so instead of erasing everything and raising it, I put 15 MA, which is 2 octaves higher, with the dotted line. Okay, fast forward, they rehearsed and everything, and they were getting ready to go to the recording studio, and they invited me to come. And the pianist and the director were sitting there, and they go, you know, this one we had to take that line out. It just, you know, there's nothing to it. And then he plays a little, and he wasn't doing it 2 octaves. And I said, try 2 octaves higher. And they both went, oh, that's beautiful. That was the only difference, is it wasn't in the way of the singers anymore. Okay. It was way 2 entire octaves higher, and all of a sudden they thought it really added a lot to the piece. So. The other thing is, of course, if you're writing for a low voice, one thing you could do is then give the notes above it less busyness. Make your bass part busy, but make the right hand of the keyboard half-notey, quarter-notey, rather than 16th note runs and things like that. One thing you can do to figure stuff like that out is look at the literature written for basses. Be careful with art songs, because sometimes they take and transpose them to different things. But look at a collection of, like the piano, a reduced orchestral score to Mozart operas. So Aida has a basso profundo in it. And look at what Mozart was giving the notes up here. He might give it like light strings or a little tremolo string or something that wouldn't get in the way of the bass.
Okay, so you said for a low singer, the bass one busy?
Yeah, what's below the singer. So in other words, if the singer's down here, you can make this. You can make what's below the singer pretty busy, but higher you might just make that maybe even a little simpler.
Because we hear the high better, right?
Yeah, we have a natural tendency to listen to the highest note, and so this is why if you ever want to give the alto or the tenor the melody, you have to do something for the notes above. Give them a real bland, repetitious pattern. Let's say I put the melody down here, but I want this harmony. So I give the harmony up here a rhythm that's like. So nobody's going to confuse that with the melody because it's too repetitious and offbeat. So then you get. There are many ways composers will, but they'll actually consciously go, okay, now what rhythm or what anything going to give up here so that people aren't going to be listening to that. give it to him at the file.
I'll put it to my iPod, my iTunes. I'll download it to my iTunes. Like I did with the other one.
It's hard to hear doing singing and online. It's just so everybody has a CD? Now, how are we doing on poems? I know you had two that you did.
Yeah.
You picked one?
Yeah.
And
I have one.
you got one.
I have
You
one.
got one. No?
Yes.
You have one?
I've already got it metered out.
So just,
Sorry.
just,
No, really not.
have you been looking? Did you get a book going for it? Oh, well, there's your problem. See, if you were looking for a poem, you probably would have found
Heck,
one
Sharon
by now.
had hers for 2 semesters.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Every day I get up and look on my doorstep and no one's left a poem there yet. I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait.
I'm just really looking for something. No one's left me
No,
mine.
that was the ad from the tea box.
Yeah.
This is actually a poem.
Oh, okay.
That a lot of people, the fourth question, okay, so.
All right. Once you get a poem, start writing a melody. And you showed me you started working on a melody. Dawn showed me a rhythm, just a rhythm that she had for it.
Christopher showed you.
Oh, this is work.
And it's actually a Buddhist text, so that's
So if it doesn't sound good, it was meant not to.
exactly.
It's just,
It's just
it's
peaceful.
the way it is.
Yes.
So and look for some powerful words. I see that dies in here a few times.
Yes. The music dies.
A middle way. Middle way is very important in Buddhism.
Yes.
What could you do to have the middle way?
There's a lot of things I can do. I've had a lot of ideas.
Tuning the sitars.
Yes.
You can have clash.
Yep.
These are high.
String
Nor
too
low.
high, breaks, too low, slack. Very descriptive.
Or just use the same.
When do you think you might look for a poem? As soon as possible.
Isn't the poem due
If you're
Friday?
desperate, go check out Emily Dickinson. And it almost works this way. Take an Emily collection and open it up and go like this, and you'll probably get one. Because they're so good and they're so powerful. You can almost just grab one. Hard part is, of course, understanding because they're pretty deep. But there are a lot of places online that can help you interpret.
I walked into the vet's office, somebody had sent a card to them for taking care of their animal, and they had included this poem. So I went by and I copied it, so I found it cheap too. But it's
Yeah,
one
that's
I
all right
like.
if you like the poem.
I like
Does it have some strong words?
It's about hope, and it talks about,
Hope is the thing with
it
feathers
personifies hope, I think.
Oh,
that perches in the soul and sings the tune
hope.
of the
It's
wind
like fried chicken.
and never stops at all.
It's a thing with feathers.
Sweetest
Good.
dash, the little bird that